In today's video, we're going to be talking about the After Hours update being the final DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online in 2018. Now, the reason we're talking about this is because a lot of people are wondering, what Rockstar is going to be doing next. Is there going to be a DLC before Red Dead Redemption 2? And a whole lot more. So we're going to be diving into all of those specifics in today's video. So before we can really talk about, is this going to be the last Grand Theft Auto Online update, we sort of have to talk about what new content Rockstar has left to add into the game. So they've got a bunch of new vehicles. I'll just go over them right now. The Canis Free Crawler, the Heavy Menacer, the Declasse Scramjet, the B-11 Strike Force, the Oppressor Mark II, and the Terabyte. Those are going to be released together. The Chariot Romero Hearse, the Mammoth Patriot, the Benefactor Serrano, the BJXL, the Fathom FQ2, the Emperor Habanero, the Futo and the Ruiner, the Bolican Prairie, the new liveries for a handful of vehicles like the Penumbra, Declasse Mamba, and Vetero Cockett Classic. Those are all vehicle-related things that Rockstar still have to release. They've also got 4 remixed versions of adversary modes into the files. The Terabyte comes with 6 new missions. Apparently, there's some street racing aspect to this update as well that Rockstar has included that's called Southern San Andreas, like Sports Racing Series or something like that. XXII was able to dig through the files and find that coding existed for this update. So Rockstar has a lot planned. And with that all in mind, that pretty much means there is 0 chance for something to come out before Red Dead Redemption 2. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is 85 days away. And there's certainly a ton of different possibilities that Rockstar could do as far as releasing the new content and how long it's going to take. So if Rockstar were to release the new content, just vehicles alone, at a pace of 1 per week, which we've already seen that necessarily isn't going to be the case with the Stafford and the Blimp coming out this week, that would mean that it would take them till the last week of October, October 29th, in order to get everything out in the game vehicle-wise. That would be without taking any breaks, without skipping a week, and going one new piece at a time. Because the way they are labeled in the files, everything is pretty much individual. Like the Blimp is separate from the Free Crawler, the Menacer is separate from the Declasse Scramjet. It's different from what we saw in Southern San Andreas Super Sports Autos, where like the vehicles were paired to release together. So that right there pretty much guarantees us that there is not going to be a DLC coming out before Red Dead Redemption 2. And once again, that is under the assumption that they do everything once a week without skipping. If Rockstar decides they want to skip just a handful of weeks, that means the content is easily going to extend into the month of November, possibly even the month of December as well, which is another reason why I want to talk about this theory. Is this going to be the first year in which we do not see an update in Grand Theft Auto Online in the month of December? Now, typically, December is a month that is, for the most part, a big update month for Grand Theft Auto Online. It's where we see a big DLC like the size of Nightlife with a lot of new cars, a lot of new vehicles, more features and stuff like that. It always typically encompasses the festive surprise update that comes along with it as well. This year, I think Rockstar could be skipping out on that. Now, here's why. I've got 3 reasons. Number 1, the amount of content we've got in the After Hours update. There's a ton of drip feeding in terms of vehicles, in terms of the adversary modes, everything I just mentioned. Rockstar has plenty of content. If they want to stretch it out for the next 3 months, they totally can. Number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2 is obviously releasing, and we don't know what Rockstar's plans are going to be once GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online is not the main focus. Now, that's not to say that GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online won't be more popular than RDR2's multiplayer or Red Dead Redemption 2. It might be the exact opposite. RDR2 might be extremely popular. Grand Theft Auto Online might lose a lot of its player base. We don't know yet. That's obviously something we can't really predict. But what we do know is that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be the primary game. And because of that, Rockstar is going to shift a lot of their focus on producing content for RDR2 and Red Dead Redemption Online. And we don't know how that's going to affect Grand Theft Auto Online content. Is Rockstar going to say, okay, we're putting Grand Theft Auto Online content on pause because we want people to focus on RDR2? Or can these games exist freely where there can be a major update for RDR2 and at the same time a major update for Grand Theft Auto Online happening, and it's like no one skipped a beat. Those games can exist in their own little universes without cannibalizing each other. Now, only Rockstar knows that, and I think they're the ones that have a plan laid out, but that's definitely something to consider. And number 3, why I think this might be the final update of 2018, is what Rockstar did in this DLC in After Hours with some of the content they added. They added a lot of Christmas liveries that can be applied to a ton of the new vehicles. So if you guys know, in the last year's Doomsday Heist, which came out in 2017 at the Christmas update time, Rockstar also added a bunch of Christmas liveries that never made its way to vehicles. They're just sort of hidden, waiting in the files right now to be released by Rockstar. Now, some of them were released. They're sort of just generic, candy cane, festive, snowflake liveries for a bunch of the weaponized cars we have in the game. Rockstar didn't really release them. Well, in this update, After Hours, they've added more Christmas-style liveries to new vehicles and the older ones that can be have those same liveries too. And we've clearly seen in this update that Rockstar has showed that they are perfectly fine by having drip feed weeks that really just consist of new vehicles getting different liveries. So I wonder if, come December time, if Rockstar's focus is truly on RDR2, if instead of producing a new update for online that includes a Christmas update, they will just reuse the Christmas content that we've had in previous updates, so like the snow and the Christmas tree and the clothing, and then add a bunch of new liveries to existing vehicles, like some of the ones we've seen come out this year and last year. That's something they could very easily do, providing content for online without having to, let's say, make a new update for the game. And we're just focusing on the Christmas holiday right there that would come with the festive surprise. Rockstar also has a lot of other options for really the other two big holidays that they focus on in Grand Theft Auto Online, Halloween and Thanksgiving. So for Halloween, they always typically add a really fun vehicle. And even though the Scramjet doesn't necessarily scream Halloween, it's definitely the most Halloween-esque vehicle that they could add. It isn't something that has like a skull bike and it's not a Batmobile, but it is featured from a cartoon, Speed Racer, it's the Mach 5. So that would be a cool addition that they could do. For Thanksgiving, Rockstar could add the Patriot. It would make sense to release the Patriot on a specific week of Thanksgiving because, hello, it's the Patriot. That would make sense. It's a United States holiday only, so that would kind of work. But at the end of the day, even with all of that, I'm still confident that Rockstar could produce another update in 2018. Now, if they're going to do that, it will definitely happen 100% without a doubt after the release of RDR2, likely in December, when we traditionally see online updates. I think it's safe to say that Rockstar has multiple teams working on things right now. A team working on Grand Theft Auto Online, a team that's working on RDR2, obviously. I'm sure there's a small part of their team that's, actively working on the next Grand Theft Auto game, GTA 6, getting that up and running and ready to go. So maybe with the small team that Rockstar has working in Grand Theft Auto Online right now, they can just keep doing that and they will produce another update. Because I still think there's a lot of untapped themes that Rockstar could go for. I think there's a lot of potential here. And I think that as far as a business standpoint goes, Grand Theft Auto Online is still making them a ton of money. I mean, it's probably gone over 100 million copies sold right now. I'm sure the After Hours update increased the player base and the population base of the game by a ton. So it wouldn't shock me at all if Rockstar just says, hey, let's keep making these Grand Theft Auto Online updates. They work for the player base. They work for us. It's a win-win situation. But needless to say, and with all that in mind, don't expect really anything new in Grand Theft Auto Online for at least a couple of months. Rockstar have a ton of stuff saved up in the drip feed of the files of this update, including new racing content, even though it might not be your favorite, adversary modes, new vehicles, and much more. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Rockstar has something planned before Red Dead Redemption 2 as far as Grand Theft Auto Online goes? Do you think they have something planned after RDR2, like in December? Or do you think this is the final update of 2018? And the next time we're going to see something for online might potentially be in 2019 or never. That's another theory that you could bring up. Is this the last ever Grand Theft Auto Online update? I didn't want to go that far, but it's certainly something to consider. So this is going to be a pretty discussion-heavy video, so I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking down there and more. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.